The Unsolvable Cube. Joe gazed at the new house from the car window, the summer sun reflecting off cracked old bricks. Boxes threatened to topple inside the cramped hallway as Joe and his parents unloaded the last few items. Everything about the house felt strange. The creaking ceilings, the unfamiliar smell, the way shadows gathered in corners. Joe's parents were distracted by paperwork, leaving him to explore on his own. He wandered up narrow stairs, curiosity pushing his feet higher until he found a small trap door, half hidden in the ceiling. It groaned as he pulled it open, sending a wave of dust down on his head. Joe climbed the ladder and emerged into the attic. It was dim and full of relics, a rocking horse, cracked dolls, stacks of yellowed newspapers. In the far corner sat an ancient, dirty chest. He tugged the heavy lid open with effort and coughed as dust rose in spirals. Inside were old marbles, tin robots, and nestled at the bottom, a cube, much like a Rubik's Cube, but with strange, shimmering colors. Joe picked it up. It felt cool, almost humming in his hands. The sides refused to align properly, no matter how he twisted. The puzzle seemed to shift colors, as if mocking him. It was unsolvable, or so the faded note inside the chest claimed. "No one can solve it," it read. "This cube hides impossible secrets." Joe's heart pounded. Impossible secrets. His curiosity and his stubborn streak fired up. Over the next days, Joe tried every algorithm he could find. He stayed up late, running through permutations and sequences by flashlight, his fingers aching from the effort. Each night he almost gave up, but something pushed him onward. At school, Joe drifted through conversations, the mysterious cube occupying every spare thought. He started dreaming about shimmering mazes and impossible shapes. He began to suspect the puzzle was more than just a toy. One stormy evening, as rain lashed at the windows, Joe turned the cube one final time. Suddenly, the colors glowed, lighting the whole attic. The air shimmered, and Joe tumbled into darkness. Joe awoke in a swirling vortex, surrounded by tiles that floated and spun in impossible patterns. Each move he'd made on the cube played out as glowing paths ahead of him, twisting and looping unpredictably. Fear prickled at his skin, but Joe steadied himself. He realized the only way forward was to trust persistence and his own growing skill. Every correct choice lit the path ahead. Every misstep made the world flicker ominously. Time lost all meaning as Joe worked through the labyrinth, facing puzzles more challenging than anything back home. Some forced him to suddenly backtrack, others made him question his logic entirely. But every setback taught him something new about himself. At last, after what felt like hours or days, Joe pressed the final tile into place. The world exploded in golden light. The cube reappeared in his hand, solved. The attic materialized around him, silent and unchanged, except for the hush of triumph in his chest. Joe's hands trembled as he set the completed cube gently back in the chest. He had faced fears, persevered through frustration, and solved the unsolvable. The attic was just an attic again, but inside Joe, something extraordinary had shifted. That night, Joe joined his parents at dinner, feeling braver and more certain than ever before. The house no longer felt quite so strange. He had unlocked an impossible puzzle and discovered courage and perseverance, and science like life, is full of mysteries waiting to be solved.